All right, here we are, another episode of Let There Be Talk. Fired up my guest today. I don't even really know you. It's
No,
Jason
you don't know
Nash.
me at all. Let's hear what's going on outside.
Yeah, what is going on out there? Freeway,
Dean's
right?
got his window open in Beechwood Canyon here. Let's see if we can hear. I'll give you guys an idea. It's really chill here, Dean, I must say. It's got a little guest house, wood paneled on the inside. It's got some. He has some nice leather chairs. He has some Quentin Tarantino posters on the wall. This is very Hollywood, but cool Hollywood, not douchebag Hollywood. He's got some style. It's very rock. There's CDs everywhere.
Books.
A Ryan Adams
Gold.
gold album, but an actual record, not a CD.
Oh, yeah.
And let's hear what it sounds like. Now you just got your money's worth right there, hearing that.
Yeah,
That's
hell yeah.
silence right there.
That's the whole reason I live here.
It's great, man.
I can't stand people or like neighbors. You know what I mean?
Well, you do have one like 2 feet away, but
Yeah, but you know what? That chick, I never see her ever.
Never see her.
She's like works for the Hollywood Reporter or something. I don't know. I mean, I think that's what she does. She wrote a book on James Dean over there somewhere. So she's a writer. She's into silence too. Mm-hmm. I look like a maniac, but man, when I come home, I just want it quiet.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
After being in the comedy clubs every night, you're like, ugh. And I don't like the flats, like you were just saying. You live in Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
So you don't get helicopters. Like in the flats, you get helicopters. Mm-hmm. You get no parking. And you get tons of spousal abuse.
Oh, yeah? Did you see a lot of that?
Well, you get those apartment fights that you hear if you live in the apartents.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here!
We used to have, our landlord was a drunk, and she would go into the backyard, and she lived with her girlfriend, but they wouldn't like admit they were lesbians. But like we're like, well, you guys obviously live together, and you look like, and you fight like lesbians. So whatever, maybe they weren't, but whatever. She would just go into the backyard. She would just go, "Oh, Jesse, Jesse, why?" Like that. And I remember one time somebody just is in the apartment. The apartment next is so close. He just leans out the window and he goes, Carrie, it's Bob Barron. That was his name, Bob Barron.
Yeah.
He identifies himself. He goes, "Need to keep it down." And she goes, "Fuck you, Bob! Fuck you! My heart is being torn out!"
Oh, man. That's the worst about apartment living. Everyone's life, you know?
Everyone's right there.
I used to have
LA.
a guy, I called him the fucking Stomper. And matter of fact, my buddy in the Mother Hips, Tim, wrote a song about him called Third Floor Story. And the guy would just like at periodic times of the day, would just be playing acoustics. During the day, acoustics. He would just start stomping. And he wrote an exercise bike at like 4 a.m. when he knew I was going to bed. Just and he did the toilet flush when I was showering. So,
Really?
Yeah, so it was on. I caught on to him later.
You mean you think he really wanted to
Oh, he was
disturb you?
Yeah, he was like 90 and he just had nothing to do. For real. He was 90.
Did it sound good when he stomped and played guitar at least?
Oh, it was so bad. I burned him though. I caught onto him. I'd turn the shower on, and then I would cruise around in the room and do stuff, and I'd hear him flush it, and he'd flush it 3 times. And then I'd always go, "Oh!" like he got me, but he didn't. And then I'd get into the shower just to give him a little glory. What a dick, man.
So you got a book on Slash up there?
Yeah.
Book on Ozzy?
My mom bought me that book on
How
Slash.
is that? How is the Slash book?
The Slash book, you know, it's just like one of those books where he's like, I didn't do anything wrong. It's Axl. But he does talk a little bit about the drugs, you know. It's not the book.
What kind of drugs did he do? Everything?
Heroin.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
of course. Anything Keith Richards did, Slash did.
Yeah.
That's the bottom
Slash
line.
described the little soundbite I took from him on Howard Stern was Slash just said, it was like, what happened with the band and with Axl, and Slash just said, well, we just showed up one day and he took the name and we were out of the band. That was what he said.
Yeah.
Is that what's in the book?
Well, I mean, what happened was each guy kept quitting.
Okay.
You know, like one guy would be like, I mean, Axl, I think the problem with Axl was they were huge. Huge first record, second double record, big still, sold like 6 million. Good stuff on there if you're into rock like me. But then a little band called 9 Inch Nails comes around, and Nirvana and Rage Against the Machine. Mm-hmm. So now he's got to rethink in his mind. We need to keep up with the times.
Oh.
So he turns into this kind of recluse of trying to stay hip. And slowly, which means no guitar guys anymore. You know what I mean? He got into like techno, even like when like Chemical Brothers were big and all.
Yeah.
He was just following everything in the studio, and each guy would eventually quit. Like, fuck this,
Are you kidding me? Is that what? That's so interesting.
That's pretty much it, because it took
that makes
13
total
years
sense
for the record to come out.
That makes total sense. Why we didn't hear anything from him.
Kind of wise. If he came back with the original band, it would have been great, because when you stay out of the light so long, people are dying to see you, and it also gave shit that people to talk about. He was kind of like the Howard Hughes of rock. People would be like, where the fuck is that guy? You didn't see him like for 12, not 12, but like 8 years or something. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he came out. But man, that kept it going, because all the other hair bands are done,
Where was he? Here?
He was just in Malibu, man. He's got like a mansion up on the hill there, and he's got some family. I don't know, that takes care of him from Brazil. And just
what do you mean from Brazil? He's married to a Brazilian?
No, he met this Brazilian lady who was like his assistant. Now she manages him.
Oh, really?
and her daughter and son. Whatever. But that's the Guns N' Roses song. I think when you get that big, man, you're gonna spin out no matter what. It happens, like Nirvana. I mean, all the Rage. That
Nirvana. You mean when he blew his head off?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking extreme.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, that's the most extreme you could do. That's such a bummer.
That's it, right?
That's it, man. What a bummer. I saw that Dave Grohl film last Saturday.
Sound City.
Fuck.
How is it?
I think it's the best music film I've seen.
Really?
In about. Maybe. I mean, Finding Sugarman is amazing.
I got to see that one too.
That's
I'm going to watch
great.
both of those tonight. They're both on iTunes.
They both are, yeah. But Sound City, if you played music like I did for years, and you're into recording, and you're into analog, and you're into fucking classic records like Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Tom Petty's Wildflowers, one of my favorite records ever made, was made in there. Nirvana's record was made in there. Rage.
Who sounded the best on the documentary? Who blew you away?
Well, every time I saw those Tom Petty footage.
I love Tom Petty.
With Rick Rubin, and it's like 90, I think it's 94, maybe 96, that Wildflowers record. You don't know how it feels. That shit. It's like,
boom, boom.
Yeah. So great.
Yeah.
That Wildflowers record is incredible. But they sounded great. And Fleetwood Mac, man. When you see that shit coming together of Rumors. I'm not even like a big Fleetwood Mac guy, but I respect how great the songs are. But now I'm like, I love them.
Oh, I am. I love Fleetwood Mac. Yeah.
I mean, I like the old shit, Peter Green, like that fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard Marin talking about Peter Green, and I refired it up. I got that live record over there. It's so good. It's like a box set, Boston Tea Party.
So you were in a band, then you were an actor, and now you're a stand-up?
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, it's a weird life.
What were you doing in your 20s?
Music, man.
Music.
I played music 25 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What bands were you in? Rock?
Yeah, I was in a couple of different bands, but my main one was just a solo band, Dean Delray. That was kind of like...
Dean Delray.
Singer-songwriter. Kind of Ryan Adams.
Yeah.
Tom Petty.
Uh-huh.
Not that good, obviously, but that was the genre.
Uh-huh.
But I told Marin, I always wanted to do comedy. I just didn't know how to get into it. How did you get into it? Now, I got you over here. First of all, I watched your special last night. I thought it was one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
Oh.
Tall Buildings, Red
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
When was that done?
I did that a few years ago.
Man, this is what I like about comedy. It's like music. You like one guy, or you get turned on to one guy, then that guy leads to this guy and that guy, and that's how I found you. I went to the Marin Live podcast, and I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And then I looked at some of your stuff, and then I watched that special, and it's so great.
Oh, thanks.
Because it's cool. It's like a one-man show, right?
Yeah.
It's stand-up, but it's storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brutally honest.
Yeah.
I mean, is that shit real?
Yeah, man, I'm fucked up.
First of all, where did you grow up?
Boston. Suburbs of Boston.
And how long you been doing comedy?
Shit, man, 15 years. 15 years. Yeah.
And stand up, because I saw you're like a UCB guy.
I was doing stand up, and then I stopped doing stand up to make a movie, and then I go back to stand up, and then, you know, I love stand up, but it's definitely like I just want to do other things. I want to write, and I want to make stuff.
Right, movies.
It's a little more important than stand up to me, but I like stand up. I wish I had more of that sickness. My life doesn't lend itself to stand up as
because you got kids.
I got kids, and I got a wife that likes to go out to dinner on Saturday nights.
Yeah, and you can't be out on the road.
And I can't, and I guess I could. I know my relationship would end.
Right. Yeah. How long you been with her?
I've been with her a long time. Like probably 2004. I've been married for 8 years.
And where'd you meet her? In Boston?
No, I met her here. She's somebody that's, you know, he works in TV, and we were working on a show together, and you know, it's
she an actress or she's a producer?
No, she's a producer. I was trying to get into this with Mark when I saw you at the show, and
right.
I couldn't really get him to bite, but I wasn't being clear. But I do look at guys like Mark and comedy guys, and you know, because you don't have any attachments, do you?
No, you gotta be just a piece of shit.
I know, and that's what I want.
I know.
Sometimes I want to just be a piece. Like, I'll give you a great example. Last night I worked all day. 6 o'clock came, and the person that helps me with the kids has got to go.
Right.
So then I'm like, I should have to leave early. So like from 5 to 8, I'm fucking sitting there with the kids. I love my kids.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, this is my fucking prime of my life. This is it. Like, so many fucking things that I want to be doing right now. Yeah. And they're not, you know, I don't want to go.
One is sleeping.
Sleeping would be great.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even, I'll forego sleep. I'll forego getting high. I'll forego getting drunk. I'll forego hanging out with my friends. I fucking want to create shit.
Right.
All the time. I want to do this, what we're doing right now.
Hell
I want to talk to you. I want to, I just have this sickness to put stuff down, shoot things, write things, and see how far you can get. And so I am envious.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm really cautious of not blowing time. I do get a lot of sleep, but once I wake up, I hit the ground running. You know, I try to do a podcast.
It's time to get up.
Fuck, you know.
I kept pushing you to try to do 11. You're like, 12.
I could tell that you were like a guy.
I've been up since 6 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, this guy's got kids. He's up like, let's do something.
You think you hit the ground running.
Yeah. So I'm cautious of not burning up that time.
But you're lucky, you know, you don't have that. So you can burn up some time. And burning up time, when you have it, is really good.
It is.
It's really good to burn up time to go over there and stare at Ryan Adams's record, because the whole time I have a friend, he's a great writer, and he fucks off all day, and I go over and I help him write. I'm like, he sits by the pool, he's got his shirt off, he's drinking a Corona. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, he's like, I'm marinating, man. Yeah. He's like, I'm percolating. He's like, I'm working right now. You don't think I am? He's in a lounge chair with a beer. I'm like, okay. And then, and it always comes out great. So
it's true, man. I'm the type of guy that has to have my back up against the wall.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, fuck, I got to get it on. Like next Tuesday, I'm headlining at the Punchline, and I'm like, the set's kind of half-assed right now. But I know Sunday I'm going to be cramming.
So what are you going to do for that? How many minutes do you have to do for that? You got 45 minutes?
I'll probably just do 40 on that
40 minutes up to San Francisco, drive up there.
Yeah,
you got a decent
sold
car?
No, I have no car. Motorcycle.
Oh, right.
I motorcycle everywhere, but this particular gig I won't be riding because I have to fly out to Indiana at 5 a.m. from that show to do a week with Eric Griffin on Workaholics. You know that
The curly haired dude, the big haired.
Yeah.
That guy's funny.
He's great.
I like him.
So, you know, I had to be up against the wall, and then I get into it. You know.
So that'll be good. And then do you stay at like a comedy condo?
No, those are gross.
They are?
Yeah. Hotel.
Get a nice hotel for yourself.
Yeah, most of the time they get you a great hotel.
That's good.
Has they're cool now because they have, I've only been doing comedy 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank God I always
You've done amazingly if you're already headlining after 3 years.
My ass off.
That's amazing. Yeah, I saw your name out in front of the Laugh Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going by there today, or maybe it was yesterday. And I was like, shit. I was like, good for him. I was like, you're on top of the fucking Laugh Factory.
The problem is now, though, like I was talking to you about, like, you know, like I really wanted to do Marin and stuff. And yeah, I had so much anxiety last week that, fuck, man, I was hitting the Ativan hard. Because now, all of a sudden, your name's on Marquis and stuff. Yeah. You have to, like, be kind of good. Like,
yeah.
I was digging marinating, just hiding out, and just bombing if I bomb, and if not, whatever. I like to bomb and be like, God, that was terrible, but I'm trying new stuff. Now I have this whole thing of, like, I'm going to be slingshotted into this Marin world. And I love him so much, and his fans, I know it could be like, fuck this guy, or yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's the microscope.
I don't think so. I think his fans are, you know, let's say I'm one of his fans.
Right.
So let's say everybody who listens to that show is exactly like me, which in some ways I think they are.
Right.
And, you know, I'm interested in you, and I don't need, if I went and saw you, I don't need your 40-minute set to be.
That's right.
Like.
Killing.
Yeah, go up there and be yourself and tell me something. Like, the 5 minutes we've been sitting here, you already told me a ton of interesting shit. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Just do that, and then
That's
laughs will
Try
come.
To make it work, yeah.
Because you can't, there's no way to just make yourself Chris Rock.
No, I'm not trying to be Chris Rock.
I mean, or you know, somebody on that level.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
I'm just trying to keep myself together to where it's not like judgment. You know what I mean? Because I love fucking off on stage where God, that did not work at all.
Yeah.
And right now I'm kind of in that thing where, my name is on the marquee and stuff. And now owners are like, hey, man, make them laugh.
Yeah.
Or the next 20 guys will. You know what I mean? So I've lost kind of that key.
Well, how was the Laugh Factory the other night when you were when your name was on the marquee?
I wasn't headlining that one. I was just on the show. But here's the bill. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy Hotz.
Yep. I know him.
Funny.
Super funny.
Ian Edwards, one of the best.
Love Ian.
Chris D'Elia.
Yep.
Funny and on a huge sitcom. Good friend of mine. And then Dane Cook.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him.
Yeah. And then me. So,
did you follow Dane Cook?
That night I followed D'Elia. They flip-flopped because Jerry Lewis was at the fucking show. Jerry Lewis, dude.
What was he doing?
He came down.
God, he's got to be like 90.
He is 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he you know what he said? It was his first time ever.
I mean, he went up on stage?
No, he just came down to watch. He came to watch Dane.
Right.
And he said he didn't see me, thank God, because I had a horrible set. I didn't have a horrible set. It was my birthday, and they brought a cake out mid-set when I was doing good, and then the set just went, where you go after that? You know what I mean?
They brought a cake out while you were on stage for your birthday?
It was cool, saying happy birthday. It was fun, all the guys, but still the set was over. You know what I mean?
I've bombed in front of so many famous people, so many important people, so many times.
Now,
it's been so awful.
Do you do stand-up now?
No, I haven't been doing it. I'm trying to finish my movie.
What movie you got?
It's a movie called Jason Nash is Married. It's me and
I saw, that's like shorts.
It's a movie version of those shorts.
Oh, I got you.
And it's me and Busy Phillips, and she plays my wife.
Yeah, who's she married to?
She's married to a screenwriter.
Right, she's had a
Mark.
second kid or something, right? I just saw
that.
Yeah,
she's pregnant now, I think.
Right, yeah.
So it'll be out soon. I took right before here, I took the cut over to the editor to finalize shit and be done.
And it's based on this one-man show I saw.
A lot of it is. Some of it is based on the one-man show. I mean, you have your point of view and your thing, so everything bleeds into everything. I think, right? I mean, if you're going to go make a short, I'm sure it's going to look like your stand-up.
That's right.
You know. Yeah, it's based on that. It's about really that conversation we had a few minutes ago about, looking at having something great, having this life, having a person in your life, because that's what everybody wants. It seems everybody wants to have somebody love, right? Everywhere you go, and in the movie is sort of about like, well, there's that's not for everybody. This domestic,
it's not
situation.
Not
it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
and so it's just about being torn.
Do you think a lot of people just like? I think almost maybe 70% of the people just kind of it just happens. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Oh, we're having a kid, and all of a sudden, boom, you're rolling. I mean,
it's a great question.
I mean, at least in California. People say Hollywood, but I say California.
No, I really believe that's what people want.
Yeah.
90% of the people out there, they want to find somebody to share their life with.
Right. Yeah.
And they think you're weird because you don't.
Oh, yeah, I always get that.
Do you get that?
I do a bit in my thing where, I go to fucking dinner parties, and it's a total scam. They've already, let's get Dean hooked up with Carol. So I go to this dinner party, and all of a sudden you can tell right away, like, oh, Dean, did you meet Carol? And it's like, no. And she always looks like me with tattoos and stuff. Like, I don't want to fuck myself. You know what I mean? Goes, hi, I'm Carol. And then I'm like, fuck you guys, man. I love being alone on the hill here. I like sleeping all day or staying out all night. I can't be out all night on a chick. It's just wrong. You know what I mean? It should be like, where were you? It's like fucking out.
I know, yeah.
I
do. I can do what I want. I've said that. Yeah. I'm a grown man. I'll do it. I go where I want to go.
It's true. But, I think it's from being an only child. My mom worked long hours. I was always...
Mine too.
Yeah, I was always home alone.
I was always alone.
So I'm not used to having people. Roommates don't work for me. I go crazy after 2-3 months. Like, is that guy fucking watching TV right now? Or where's my food or anything?
Yeah, you got a good setup here. That would be a great short for you, is you go into the party as you... and then they set you up, and then you as a woman, you dress as a woman, you play the other part.
Yeah, like the total, like, yeah, let's shoot it.
I'll shoot that for you, yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's modern day right there.
Yeah, it'd be great. You play the female.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, man. I fucking Flip Wilson style, I love Flip Wilson. Right. I grew up on that, like Geraldine.
I miss Flip Wilson somehow.
God, you did?
I think I was old enough to see it, but...
How old are you?
I'm 39.
Yeah, I'm 47, so I
guess I maybe...
Yeah, I mean...
But my sister doesn't know it either,
I only know a little bit of it.
Yeah, he's a little bit before our time.
He is, but I remember he had...
So he was all characters and stuff?
Yeah, and I remember watching the show with, like, my stepdad or something. Somebody watched it in the house because... That's how I would see it. Some of the stuff I watched was like, it was all black TV. Like, I love Sanford and Son.
I love Sanford and Son. That one I got, but I got it in reruns.
Right. And then I loved Good Times.
Fucking love Sanford and Son.
God, Sanford and Son.
Good Times I loved.
The first couple years of Sanford and Son. Later it gets lame, But man, all that shit of like the neighbor, Rollo, the Puerto Rican neighbor is Julio. Rollo's his... Lamont's friend. They always go out looking for chicks. And then
Rollo. Yeah, you're blowing my mind. He was like,
yo, what's up, dog? Like back then. And then you had...
and Lamont was the actor who played Lamont was so straight. He was great. He was like a canvas.
Yeah.
So that made Red Fox...
Yeah, they recently talked about that, how Lamont was genius because he played the ultimate straight man.
He was genius, Lamont.
Man, and everything about the show, that woman, the fish eye, you fish eye foo, what's her name? Aunt
Esther.
And then Fred's really hot girlfriend. "Oh, Fred."
I don't remember that.
She was really hot. He had a hot girlfriend
Young?
all the time. She wasn't young, but she looked beautiful for Fred. And
didn't he have like
was
Sophia Loren on there once, or Lana Turner or something?
Lana Turner's who he was in love with.
Yeah,
and then,
that's who it was.
And then remember he had that one the big one coming to the sky. Every episode ended, he was having a heart attack.
Do you know any Red Fox stand up? Because I've been told that's like the best to listen to.
You know what? I
haven't listened to it.
I'm not too into it. It's later on. I think he has like throat problems or something. It's hard to understand.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I've heard that. I've heard a clip of him like that.
Yeah.
And I remember that's the one time I listened to it and I was like, I don't think this is so great.
Yeah,
but
I had
maybe
some Red
there's
Fox.
better stuff.
I don't know what I did with it. It was called, I think it was Red Fox with 3 X's. It was like triple X. But
Did you have like a cassette?
No, it was like vinyl back in the day.
Wow.
But man, to me it was all about Pryor, for stand-up.
Yeah.
But Pryor had a show too. You ever see that one? 6 episodes or something, and then he blazed.
No.
I'll check that out, man.
What is he doing? That it's like a family sitcom.
No, it's like a Dave Chappelle sketch kind of show. Amazing.
Oh, really?
I think they're on YouTube. There's 6 of them, and they're really good.
First Pryor I ever saw was the movie with Gene Wilder.
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy.
Amazing, huh? That's some 70s shit there. Stir Crazy.
Gene Wilder's good too.
Silver Streak. Are they on
Silver
that
Streak?
together?
I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit is great. Gene Wilder's amazing.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
I don't know, actually. Man, but he's Willy Wonka. Isn't that weird when you think about that?
Yeah.
So man,
So then you did bands, and then when did you start acting?
Then I quit playing music. I didn't get.
Why'd you quit playing
music? I should have
music?
told Marin some better stories, but what happened was it was just flying. I had way better stories. When you're with Marin, you're like, this is Mark Maron. Yeah, I'm not starstruck, but I love his show and I love his comedy,
Sure.
and I respect him. That's why I was telling you I was so nerve-wracked. And he said, well, you were out with the Wallflowers and you were doing good, and then you just quit. Why? And I said,
So what were you opening for them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I shot a documentary film on Jacob.
You did?
On the band, kind of, yeah.
Where's that?
He has it. It'll come out one day.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool, actually. I shot this the whole time we were on the road. I just shot footage nonstop.
Did you edit it?
Yeah, man, it came together. It was really cool.
It's awesome. I like him. I like his music a lot. I was just listening to it yesterday. I wish there was more of it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just I think it's just so hard to make records these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. He and I are really close.
Yeah.
And I get it. You make records, and then you're like, is anybody listening?
Yeah.
And this is what I was trying to tell Marin, and I didn't. I don't know why. I was just having mind freezes. Plus, I was up at noon. It was kind of weird. But Marin said, well, why did you stop playing music? And I could see it with somebody on Jacob's level too. After you play gigs, you're selling CDs, and you tell somebody, hey, you want to buy a CD? And they're like, no, my friend burned it for me. I love it, though. Thanks.
Yeah.
They don't realize they're telling you, I stole your CD.
Yeah.
And I've told this story a million times, but it's true.
Yeah.
You just all of a sudden you go, well, wait, I got not me, but Jacob has kids and a wife and a mortgage and a life, and he's a grown man. He doesn't live on band couches.
Yeah.
So when people are stealing music, it's tough to get fired up to go in and do it.
Yeah.
Not that you're doing it for the money, but once you're at that age, musician is what you do. Mm-hmm. You're a musician. You don't just go, okay, well, now I'm going to go to college and learn to be a teacher or something. Mm-hmm. You don't do that, so you start to freak out.
Musician is what you do, and so that's why you stopped.
Well, I was making a living over years and years and years, a small living, but a great one. I was like an artist playing music. Not to be like a cliche, but I wasn't working for the man.
Nope.
I'd be on the road. I'd play music. I've been all around the world. I've met people. I go
playing the songs that you wrote.
That I wrote.
I mean, come on.
With dudes that you love, your friends.
Anything more satisfying than that?
So
to
cool.
Get paid for something that you thought up, and nobody made you change it.
Nope.
Nobody told you how to do it.
No.
And I mean, that is an accomplishment, and that is so satisfying. I could imagine.
Great.
I could imagine how freaking satisfying
Oh,
that
it's
could
so
be.
cool, you know?
The
So
best.
When you see it start to slip away, you go, wow, what am I going to do, you know? And I got lucky, man. I was in this pilot that got seen by a lot of people, and I started getting some acting gigs, you
I
know?
see.
But, you know, once I kind of decided, I was told Marin that I was going to get out of the music, I really started trying to figure out, like, how can I do some stand-up? I've always wanted to do it.
And where'd you start?
I started here in L.A.
And where'd you start? Where did you walk down to?
Open mics.
Which open mic? Where did you go down, like, your first
I went to the
night?
Ha-Ha in the alley.
I got I get shivers thinking about the goddamn Ha-Ha. I hate that place. I have bombed there.
Well, I can't really imagine the Ha-Ha being for you.
It is horrible.
Because by the time you went there, you had to have been doing comedy for 10 years or something, right?
I've gone to the open mic there. It's awful. And I've gone to regular shows there.
What year did you go to the open mic?
I was there a couple years ago.
Oh, I was probably there, man. I used to go 7 days a week.
Yeah, maybe I saw you there.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, fuck this. What am I...
And what were you doing? Going down there to work out new material?
Yeah, trying to, like, I mean, I like taking breaks with stand-up a lot because every time I take that break, I come back and I go, oh, yeah, this isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I go up a little bit of level in confidence. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, like, if I bomb, I bomb. I don't fucking care.
That's weird. Most people, once they step off, like if I don't do it a couple of days, I feel weird.
Yeah, that to me always drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Like the idea that, shit, I gotta keep this up like an athlete.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's really, really hard, and it's really difficult to...
And some people are passing you, you know, like on funny, you know, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
But you also got to be careful, too, to like... Maybe they're getting more laughs, but like...
Oh,
like you mentioned a comedian that you performed with, and I'm not going to say who, but like one of them on my mind, I was like, yeah, that guy's funny, but... who gives a shit?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you know, this year...
like the way he's funny, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a shtick, you know.
Yeah. This year, I've readjusted everything. In the last 30 days, I've just been eating it because I realized, you know what? Some of these laughs, who cares? Like,
right.
When you start, you think it's about the laughs. You really do. And you do need to get laughs to get somewhere.
Yeah.
But once you get laughs, like Ian Edwards said to me, are you getting them for the right reason?
Right.
Is it the right laughs that you want? Because watch out what you're going to be molded into.
Yeah.
And then I put the brakes on, like, because I was like, wait a minute, like Bill Burr or Mark Maron or CK or Ari Shaffir. These are guys I love that just go up and they're just fucking, this is it. You don't like it, fuck you.
Right.
And I was like, man, how do you get there?
Yeah.
I'm really trying to figure out how you get there because I'm in that part where I don't want to stop working, but I don't want to do fucking dog and pony show.
Yeah. What did you do last night? What were you talking about?
Last night was, by the way, the worst show I've ever done.
Let's hear it. Where were at the Laugh Factory?
No. Laugh Factory was Saturday. I work at 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
Last night, what's today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
I get a call Monday night. Guy goes, hey, man, I'm doing a show. We just had a guy fall out. $100. It's in Long Beach. You want to do it? I go, yeah, I'm there because I'm trying to work this new shit out. So I'm like, oh, yeah, the further away, great. I'll just go eat it. Who cares?
Yeah.
So he says it's at 8 o'clock. So I get there 7:45. I pull up. There's no one in the building. First of all, it's not in Long Beach. It's in a town called Bellflower, which I've never been to.
I know it.
It's and so I'm like, whoa, this is kind of weird. It's gangster. When I walk up, the guy searches me for weapons. I go, oh, all right, it's one of those shows. Searches me for weapons. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we search everyone. I'm like, wow, all right. There's 10 security guards around. There's no one in the audience. I'm like, oh, this is weird. So I see the guy, I go, hey, what's going on? He goes, we're going to get started pretty soon. Once the people get here, I go, are people going to be here?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, yeah, man, it'll be good. 9:30, people start coming in. I've been there since 8. Now, here's the worst part. I have no money at all. So I need this $100.
Yeah.
Like, bad.
Yeah.
Or else I would have been the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So at 9:30, I go, okay, cool. So they start the show. There's people in there now. I'm like, fuck, this thing, it's big and it's full.
Yeah.
And it's all black. I'm the only white guy in there, which I don't care. I do that stuff all the time. That doesn't faze me.
Sure.
You know, I'll do urban rooms. I'll do whatever. It's fun to, like, I saw Bill Burr destroy at the Comedy Union, and I asked him, I go, what's going on with that? And he goes, man, I grew up in Boston, dude. You just go on and fucking be yourself. They don't like it? See you later. Move on.
Yeah.
Because I just, you know, sometimes you extra bigot at urban shows, like, oh, man, what's up? You know, like, I realize, fuck, that's dumb. You know, I just want to get laughs being myself. Or else, what am I doing? I'm never going to do that at another show.
No.
So I'm waiting to go on, and a karaoke singer goes on. I go, hey, what's going on here? And he goes, oh, this is the concept. We go karaoke singer, then comic, then karaoke singer, then comic. I'm all, cool. Can you have that security guard shoot me? I couldn't believe what I'm hearing. And he paid me already. And I want to leave. I want to just slip out.
Sure. Sure.
Teach him a lesson.
It doesn't sound... If someone told me that, I'd be almost excited to have karaoke comic, because there'd be a buffer. At least you could talk about what was going on for 5 minutes.
I was kind of into that because during the karaoke, people, they can get up, go to the bathroom, talk, text, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of a cool concept. The bad concept was, wait a minute, I got here at 8, and now it's 10:30, and I still haven't gone on. So I go up to the guy and I go, hey, dude, I got to be at the store at midnight. Like, when am I going on? And he's all, oh, yeah, I'll get you up next. So he tells the host, and the host goes, no, man, Wood Chip's up next. Wood Chip.
Of course Wood Chip is
Wood Chip's up next. So, and he goes, no, you got to put him on.
I am looking up Wood Chip as soon as I leave.
Yeah, please do. So he says, no, you got to put Dean on. Now the guy hates me, the host, because Wood Chip's obviously his buddy. He's never heard of me.
Sure.
I tell him I've done an Ice Cube film. He gives me a little bit of respect. Like, oh, shit, all right. He does 25 before he even brings me up. Now it's about 5 to 11. I got to be at the store at midnight. Okay. I go on. He goes like this. He does 25 on eating coochie. Eating coochie all different ways and how he's got bumps under his balls and stuff. And then brings me up, and I'm going to try to do a Bigfoot joke. I immediately change gears. I try the first joke about hiking. Nothing. Then I go into homophobes. Nothing. Now I'm like, I'm going to be up here the whole time and not get nothing. And they're playing pool now in the back. I can hear the balls.
Oh, God.
I do 9 minutes and go, thanks a lot. And I blaze. The guy's like, man, you were great. Thanks, man. I got on my bike and fucking burned home. Didn't even go to the store. Came here and just was,
just depressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do Mark Maron 1 week, the next week you're before Wood Chip.
Yeah, I know. But that's stand-up is not a podcast.
I'm not looking for. I'm
You
not.
don't ever compare those two things.
Not at all.
Right?
Yeah, no way, man. Podcast you're in control of.
Right. There's no pressure. The people like podcasts, the more real they are.
Yeah, it's true.
People like when you're like, what did you have for breakfast today?
Yeah.
Well, I had a muffin.
It's true.
What
like,
kind
your
of-
special is so honest, dude. It's crazy.
Thanks.
I mean, I can't believe you talk about this guy that tried to molest you when you were 10.
Yeah.
It's first of all, there's 3 things on it that made me fucking die. One of them is, and you got to watch this, people. It's on. Where can you see it? Like
It's on YouTube.
I saw it on YouTube, right? But what's it called again? It's called
In the Land of Tall Buildings and Red Fire Engines.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up because
It's
I
all
want
right.
people to
It's
find it.
It's a long, pretentious title.
But there's a part on there, Old Boner, that was killing me.
Oh yeah. I used to talk about
Old Boner.
What
And
is
then
that? you can hear it on Spotify too, like the album. It's the same recording as the video.
it's so great. Old Boner killed me.
Yeah.
And then there was one about
I have an old. I know it was an old boner. It was like a homeless boner. It was like he's out in the alley with one eye closed
And a cane.
Yeah, and gloves on with fingers cut off, and he's warming his hands up by a barrel of fire, and you walk by and he goes, "Hey, what are you looking at?" Right? That's an old boner. That's my boner feels like that.
But the way you set it up,
Ugly
though,
boner.
you're like my kid's crying. I've got to go up and get him out of the bedroom, but I've got these two small boxers.
I remember this joke.
Yeah, and the boxer, because I'm married and I don't matter, so I don't buy anything from me.
Right.
And so I've got this boner, and it's not a regular boner. It's just an old, crusty boner that no one's looked at for years. It's like a boner that's walking around the street. That shit is hilarious. Dude, I was laughing my ass off.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
And then the other thing was how mean your dad was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, was he in a gang?
Yeah, he was in a gang.
What kind of gang? Like a
He was
Irish gang?
He was like a 50s gang. Like, not 50s, more like, let's see, how old is he? Yeah, it was like late 60s. He was in like a gang in Boston. Like they were poor kids.
Gang,
no, they were like ruffian, like poor kids that like fought and and stole shit. In a gang.
Now, how did your mom, like, while you're telling that story, I'm like, his mom must be a weird chick to hook up with this crazy dude.
My mom is, like a lot of women.
Fell for the thug?
You see a bad guy and you think you can change him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Poetic justice,
my father,
Tupac.
Yeah, it's exactly. Justice.
Had to throw that in there.
My mom, my father is he's very, very charismatic dude. My father's a man.
Right.
I'm not a man. I fucking I go to like Bloomingdale's and like look at diesel jeans.
Like yoga or something.
Yeah, I do yoga. I do like girly exercise. I'm not a real man. My father's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'3" and he tried out for the Patriots and he'll fuck you up. My father keeps a lead pipe in his car just in case somebody wants to fucking go.
Where is he now?
My father told me once. This is the best. It's in the special. I'll tell it to you again. Okay. Do you remember the story about going to St. Martin?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And that's the story. And that makes up my whole being.
Tell that story, dude.
I was like, I went home to see him and we were just having a nice dinner in the North End in Boston.
I love the North End, by the way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's great Italian food. If you're ever in Boston, go to the North End.
Not only that, but what a cool neighborhood compared to the rest of Boston.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very cool neighborhood.
You're like, this is awesome.
Great food. They have a comedy theater over there now. An improv theater. Yeah. If you're ever over there, maybe you can get up.
God, it's so good.
Anyway, so... what else you need to do is you need to do that room. Marin probably knows it. Where's that room at the Hong Kong? It's a Chinese food restaurant in Cambridge. It's like famous.
Oh, I don't know it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, anyways, we're sitting there, and I'm having my father goes. I went to St. Martin. Went with a bunch of friends, so they said, I wanted to take a stroll at night, and they said to me, you better not, Bob. You better not take a stroll, and because it's dangerous around here. And I said, I looked at him and I said, I'm definitely taking a stroll. Like he's like Clint Eastwood. Like he wants. He's like let him come at me. He's like, I would love it. I would love it. I'm like, you don't know what's out there. Are you crazy? I'm like, you don't know what's going on in the Caribbean. You have no fucking idea. You are a white guy from Boston. You have no idea what's going on in that country. You could get kidnapped. You could get killed. If somebody tells you it's a bad area, fucking listen. And he just looked at me and he just goes, I don't care. He goes, I don't care. He goes, I'd rather go out in a ball of flames anyway. Like that.
It's so great.
Like, doesn't care.
I think on the special you said, that's kind of how I'd like to go out.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I forgot the right.
In a ball of flames.
That's what it is. That's how I want to go out, in a ball of flames.
Yeah, like just a badass.
Doesn't care.
Like, hey, you hear about Bob? How'd he die? Cancer? Nah. St. Mark's. 4 guys. Pipes to the face. Amazing. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to be legend in his game.
Yeah, I guess. I also think, like, my mother and father, they've reached a point where they're like, they're ready to die anyways, and they're in really good shape.
Wow.
You know,
they're just done.
Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they do. They both said that to me. Like, my mother said that to me. She was like, I'm ready to go. I was like, what are you saying?
They're divorced, right?
Yeah, they're divorced. I'm like, you're in great shape. You're beautiful
yeah, she's
woman.
She's got to be young, right?
Yeah, she's fairly young.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you saying?
Like, Can you imagine if someone said that and you could go, okay, cool, let me get the rest of your life and just insert it into you so you could keep going? Like guys that do suicide and stuff, you capture them first. Okay, I'll take your life, and you just put it in you, and you can go like 200.
Do you ever think about killing yourself or anything?
No, but yeah, I tell you what, it's been pretty grim lately.
I think this is what I think. I don't want to kill myself, but because I have kids and I love them and stuff. But I have gotten into this malaise lately where I'm like, oh, I'm doing the same thing I was doing like 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
I know, man. I think it's stuff in the food too and shit. I never felt like this before, like weird.
The food is the worst. I gained 25 pounds in September.
Yeah.
You don't know all the shit that went wrong with me.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep. My eye was all fucked up. I would piss and it would like dribble out my dick.
Oh, yeah. You thought you had like STD, but you didn't?
The weight is the worst.
Yeah.
You got to get the weight off.
You do, man.
I've been trying today. I didn't eat anything today.
Yeah, my demon is candy.
Oh, I fucking love candy.
And sugar is the fucking... Look, man, sugar is way worse than heroin or cocaine because it's a slow killer. You don't think it's bad and you just eat it all the time.
Is that really true?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because I love cocaine.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Cocaine, at least you get something out of it,
Sugar, you get something out of it.
Yeah, you do.
Do you ever get hot? You ever get like smoke pot and just like mound on stuff? Like,
no, I don't smoke pot because I'm a up guy, you know what I mean? I'm more into
that's funny.
Yeah.
They have up pot though, don't they?
Yeah, they say they do, but it's like sativas against the other ones. But
I just got my pot card.
Oh yeah,
like last week, way late to the game.
Yeah, way late to the game. When they're finally not going to let you use them.
I know.
Like, what? I like hash.
I haven't had hash since I was in college, but I remember it being great.
Oh yeah, like when you're in Amsterdam, that's all they got, and it's
what? Actually, I remember liking hash, but I don't remember the difference. What's the difference?
Well, it tastes amazing.
Tastes
first
good,
of all,
right?
It's definitely a different high. It's not that paranoid high you get from weed. Like, whoa, what's going on? It's more of like all right,
yeah,
like this is great,
yeah,
and it's a little smoother, and it's cooler looking.
Does drinking bring you down? Since you're an up guy, because drinking brings me down.
Drinking makes me wild.
It does.
Yeah, I turn into like kind of a wild man, and then I want to get some coke. I start rolling, and then I want to get on these benders. I used to do some cool binges, like one time I did a 7-day binge.
You don't have to tell me, but did you ever binge with somebody really cool? You don't have to tell me the name.
Lots of times.
Like, yeah. I've always thought, man, I'd love to go on a bender with somebody like, I don't know, super fucking, connected or.
I did a bender with one guy. He's way too big. I can't ever say his name.
Andy Dick told me once he went on a bender with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, well,
I was like, that's fucking great.
That's, of course, a classic.
I mean, you know this story?
No, but I'm just saying Mickey Rourke's gone on benders with everyone in town.
I see.
I used to see him all the time at that whiskey bar at the Sunset Marquis. That was a red hot bar.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking great. Only it was kind of private. Like, you'd be in there and it'd be like Bono.
Yeah.
You look
the little bar on the left there?
Fuck, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. That was they had a recording studio downstairs, and bands would do records down there, And it's still pretty cool right now on the down low. But, man, back in the late 90s, I guess, I would have to say, it was red hot, dude. Man, they had a rope, and Jay Davis, the guy that does the comedy shows, he used to bartend there. He'd call me up and be like, get down here, man. Fucking can't believe he's in here. You'd be in there, like Marilyn Manson and then fucking Bono, and then, oh shit, that's fucking whoever, like great bands.
You like the Strip, huh? I live right there. I like it.
I like the Strip because it represents old radical horror.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Me too.
I was around during that old Hollywood, and I loved it, man. It was just dirty and wild. Like, some people relate to it as hair metal or whatever, but they're missing the whole thing about it. It was so alive. There was like music and then like comedy. You had Kinnison and all that going at the store. You had the Gazaris, the Roxy,
What's a Gazzari?
Gazzari's is where that Key Club is now.
Oh.
That used to be a full-blown different building. It was this guy, Bill Gazzari, owned it. It was like a rock club. It
Really?
was sick, dude.
So about the size of the Key Club.
Yeah, but way cooler, old 70s-looking fucking place.
Everybody would play in there.
Yeah, and they had all rock stars painted on it, you know, like Van Halen started there, you know?
Okay.
They
So
were the
bands
house
that
band.
were coming up, they started there.
Yeah, but big bands would
Motley
play
Crue.
too. Yeah, Sonny and Cher. Shit like that, dude. Google it. It's fucking cool.
What about the one on Santa Monica? That one's been around for a while.
Santa Monica.
And Doheny,
Santa Monica and
near Dantana's.
oh no, that place,
Troubadour.
that place is epic.
That place has been
fucking
going since-
Steve Martin, everybody back there. They used
Yeah.
to do comedy
The
shows in there.
Eagles.
Eagles, Linda Ronstadt, all that 70s stuff, you know, in
I
there.
saw Tenacious D there.
Elvis Costello,
That's
you
fucking
know.
great.
Yeah, you like Tenacious D?
Fucking love Tenacious D.
You love the D, huh?
Oh my god.
You know what?
Nothing better.
I saw the D once and I didn't like the crowd. It was like frat guys.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this is in San Fran at the.
I believe it.
At the Great
Oh, that's
American.
funny.
It was frat guys. I was like, this is not for me. I laughed after the third song. But that was a long time ago, like in the 90s.
I saw them just at the Troubadour. There was just they didn't have the band. It was just the two of them.
Right.
That's probably a different
I saw
crowd.
Kyle's country band at the Viper Room. That was amazingly funny. He had a country band.
Was it funny or was it serious?
No, it was funny as fuck.
Really,
He
really?
dressed up in like country outfits, and it was ridiculous.
Did he sing?
He did sing, yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny.
That's good.
Yeah, I liked it, man. It was.
Yeah,
it
I
was
like
good.
those guys a lot.
I never got into the Tenacious D because I don't like joke music.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I
I
love
hear
their
you.
videos that they did, like those little shorts. What were those called?
For HBO.
Yeah, that shit.
They were great.
That shit was great. I saw one where it was like they're fighting each other over a clog girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They both love a girl that wears clogs, so they're fighting. It's hilarious.
Do you still wake up and get ideas for songs?
Not really, you know.
Don't you think that's weird?
No, because my mind is 100% in comedy now. It's so weird.
That's weird.
It's all I
to
do
me.
is comedy, you know. I want to jam with Marin. Like, and Bill Burr plays drums. I'd like to play with some comedians
Yeah.
where there's no, like, we're going to be a band.
Sure.
Just go and get that outlet out because I love to sing. It's great, but I wouldn't want to do it any other way or something, you know. It's just not. I did it 25 years. Now, if somebody came to me with
So
a full
interesting.
project with 4 guys and said, look, we're going to do this and here's the songs and everything's go, I would do it because I can step right in and do it and have fun, you know. Like even 5 years ago, these guys were asking me to write for Country Stars out in Nashville. And because Nashville is like the new kind of rock,
Yeah.
you know. It's
Sure.
like people are into it. Not
How does that work? So is that like
you go
do
out.
they have to select your song for you to get paid, basically?
Yeah. Like a lot of guys, they just demo at their house. They'll demo like 40 songs and send them to Nashville to different. You know, Nashville's pretty locked down with writers, but once in a while, a new guy will get in, and then if he gets a hit, everybody will go to him like, "We're looking for that Dean Delray style or whatever," you know. It's. I mean, you get a hit, it's gold mine.
You didn't want to do that.
Nah.
You don't like country?
I like country,
You
but
do?
it's kind of cheesy country now. I'm into alt country, like Wilco,
Yeah.
Ryan Adams, Sun Volt.
Yeah.
I'm into that kind of stuff.
Do you know this album I've been listening to lately? It's Bob Dylan, Pat Garrett, and Billy the
Oh,
Kid.
yeah, hell yeah, I got that. That's a soundtrack to a movie.
Motherfucker.
That's a great
That
record.
good.
Fuck yeah.
So what was that? He just made that for that movie?
Yeah, for that movie. Yeah, I mean, you know, Dylan, the cool thing about Dylan is he's just got so many different eras.
Yeah.
You know, like Jacob was talking about that Christian era, you know, like Infidels and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool because Mick Taylor's playing guitar on it from the Stones.
Uh-huh. I just saw Dylan at the Bowl like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Was he playing guitar finally?
He played piano the whole night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how
Why, he doesn't play guitar anymore?
I heard he picked up the guitar recently again, but I've never seen him play guitar in the 2000s at all. I saw him play guitar in the 90s, but not in the 2000s. He plays It's like Wurlitzer or Roll. He's playing something like electric piano, some crazy thing.
You know who I saw in the end of December in Vegas was the Killers.
Oh yeah, you like the Killers?
I fucking really like them.
What kind of music you into?
Lately, I listen to a lot of like kind of, I call it like Under the Stars and like Sitting on a Ranch kind of music.
Yeah.
Like that Wilco, the new Wilco record has a couple of songs on there.
Record, huh?
Sunday Morning, what's it? You know that song Sunday Morning?
Yeah.
That Pat Garrett thing I've been listening to. Neil Young. I've been listening to this chick, Brandi Carlile.
Don't know it.
She's like lesbian music. My sister's a lesbian, so I love lesbian music.
Right.
And then I also listen to, I've been listening to a lot of the new Killers. I listen to Springsteen.
Love Springsteen.
I listen to a lot of pop because of my kids.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. I listen to Gangnam Style.
Oh.
I listen to Call Me Maybe.
Oh.
But I love that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What do you like about it?
It just gets you in a good mood.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose if they weren't in the back seat going crazy, it wouldn't be as fun.
Right.
I probably wouldn't put that on.
Right.
But then there's also like if I go to work out, that's a whole other thing.
Is that like metal or rock or what is that?
Metal.
Yeah, what kind of metal do you like?
System of a Down.
Oh, so good, huh?
Holy.
Wake up!
You ever heard
huh?
BYOB?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, are you kidding me?
I listen to Kanye.
Oh, not for me, yeah.
I listen to, there's certain songs, this is what I do when I run. This is how I get through like crazy workouts. There's certain songs that I've worked out films for to the song. Like one of the songs is Teenage Wasteland.
Oh, I love it.
And so I have a whole film in my head to the whole song, and I run through.
You're starring in the film?
Some of them I would maybe, but actually most of them lately, like one of them, I want to do this movie about a fat kid.
Yep.
Because I was fat. And so it's basically a scene where this fat kid like fucking destroys everybody to Teenage Wasteland.
He's kind of like Godzilla.
Yeah. Like he like knows karate and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that I do. I listen to like long epic songs. I love a long.
Oh, I love sagas.
Epic. What?
I love sagas, like records that you put on. It's just like, like Neil Young on the Beach to me is probably the best record going. Like you put it on and you're just like, oh God. It's this whole tale of moving to LA, you know?
On the Beach?
Oh, it's the best.
Why don't I know that?
Oh, it's the one because it's the only one he refused to put out on CD. It wasn't like one you'd see, but it's got him on Malibu Beach with a Cadillac sticking out of the sand.
Really?
He's wearing I'll play it for you.
So how do you get that?
You can get it now. He finally put it out but I got it on vinyl.
Oh, really?
Vinyl's the way to listen to that record.
Really?
Because it's like, oh man, listen to this record. But be prepared to be depressed. It's a real downer record.
I love to be depressed.
Ooh, yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world. You're speaking my language.
I'm pro at it.
I always say, if someone asked me the other day, they're like, I want to do comedy. I'm like, are you depressed? Are you fucked up?
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then don't bother.
What do you think about, you were a UCB guy, right?
Yeah.
Now,
the whole controversy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you straight. I was just thinking about that on the way over.
Are we talking about the one about the paid, not
paid and not paid?
Yeah, no, we'll get people up to go. They just, a guy ratted out UCB for not paying the comics, which I don't know anyone that pays comics except for big shows.
In New York, they get paid more than they do here.
Right. Okay. So UCB, on the East
because there's
Coast,
crowds of people in New York.
Yeah, sold out shows. Weren't paying the comics on the weekend stand up.
Or during the week.
Or during the week. Or anything, I guess. So I don't know anything about it, but I just read it on Splitside or whatever. And then I guess one guy blogged about it or tweeted about it like, hey, how about fucking start paying the comics?
Yeah.
And then people were like...
Kurt Metzger.
Right. And then people
and Sarah,
were like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, I really like Kurt Metzger, and I also really like Matt Besser.
Yep.
But I'm going to side with Matt Besser.
The UCB
on this
side?
one, yeah.
Right.
And I really like Kurt. I did last comic with him, and he's really funny, and he's a good guy. But, you know, that show that you saw... couldn't have done that show without UCB.
No.
And they took all the proceeds from the show, but
The show on
the show that you
Monday?
liked. No, the
Oh,
show
your
that
show.
you.
Is that done at UCB?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I did
that
like
one here?
I did that 10 nights there.
Oh, you shot it over 10 nights?
No. I was able to. When you finally saw it, that was the last time I did it.
Okay.
I actually did it somewhere else, but I worked it up
Gotcha.
at UCB, and
It's a workshop.
yeah.
It's
And
like the Comedy Store in the 70s. Mitzi said, look, I'm not paying you guys. You're working out to get ready for like Leno, Carson and talk shows and touring and stuff.
nobody was gonna. If I wanted to do that show, I would have had to pay $500 to a theater, or maybe $250 if I got a deal. Hire a tech guy, then I'd have to go to all my friends. Go, well, it's this little theater. It's over.
Yeah, in Santa Monica.
Yeah,
with
no,
parking.
behind the pet
Yeah.
shop. This way, I go. Yeah, I'm at UCB, and everybody goes, "Oh, you're doing your show at UCB? Fuck yeah, I'll come. I love that place.
Fuck yeah, we
I
can
don't know
eat.
what your show's going to be, but yeah, and we can eat next door.
We can eat and hang out.
It's
drink.
only $5.
Yeah.
So they need to see, that side of it, I think. Now, I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do comedy, I already know, and this is how it is. Some places pay and some don't. You need them both.
Yeah.
You need the balance. You can't be starving all the time, but you do need the place where, okay, well, if they're not going to pay, I'm just going to do new stuff.
Yeah.
And we have that agreement. I'm probably going to bomb, but you're not paying me, and this is going to, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So now you went to UCB. How long did you go to the LA one?
No, I studied in New York.
Oh, you studied in New York.
Yeah.
Now there's that whole kind of UCB against stand up. You ever feel that UCB people hate stand up or they think it's like cheap? They're improv guys. What is that?
Well, everyone's an asshole, stand up and improvisers.
Yeah.
And everyone feels that they are, superior and need more. And I can tell you that the main guys that I know from UCB, the big ones, the ones that are the most successful out of there, they don't feel that way.
Who are the big ones? Zach Galifianakis, he out of there?
I guess you could say that, but Zach's more of a stand-up. But like Walsh,
oh yeah,
Amy Poehler, Besser, and Ian Roberts, the guys that started the theater.
Right.
I know for a fact that they don't feel that way about stand-up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Anybody that disrespects stand-up is stupid, and anybody who disrespects improv is stupid.
If the people are laughing, who cares? You know what I mean?
Comes down to ego, really. I mean, stand-ups want to be the thing, and improvisers are more willing to, hey, let's all do it together, groovy, And of course, that there's always that thing of like, when the improvisers, they see that, and they see that a stand-up is going up there and doing it all by themselves, and let's face it, a lot of the stand-ups are not that nice.
No.
Even the good ones, and even the ones that are very good at it, and they get fucking pissed off.
Yeah. Now, what about you when you did Last Comic Standing? Now, you did Last Comic Standing in 2010. I didn't even know that till I looked. But did your UCB people look at you like, what a dick you are? Because that's how they can get over there. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but Nick Swartzen, I told Nick Swartzen I was doing it. He was like, oh, no, why are you doing that? I was like, I don't know.
Because I got kids.
I was like, yeah. I was like, what do you want me to do? I got nothing else to do. I'm like someone said to me the other day, they were like, because we were on Last Comics together, oh, my God, I'd never do that again. And I was like, I would do it again. And they're like, you would? I'm like, I thought you hated it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I hated it. It was awful. I was like, but I would do it again. I mean, everything's awful.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like...
you were on the year with Felipe, right?
Yeah.
Now, Felipe, I had him on my show.
Yeah.
Did you know he was going to win?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, I could tell he was going to get far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just really likable. All his jokes...
Or one-liners.
Hit.
What kind of stuff were
with
you
kids.
doing?
Oh, I was the worst.
Yeah, because I can't...
I was the worst.
Now,
I got by a couple rounds.
Also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't really talk to him.
Right.
But I liked him.
Uh-huh.
I don't have... he seemed like he was really funny. But I don't remember... I remember talking to him, and I remember being like, I remember a couple being like, this guy's really good. He was in New York, and I hadn't seen him. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. One of the funny moments from Last Comic was my friend. She has kids, and I have kids, so we were like the two people with kids. Her name is Lori Kilmartin, and she's a really funny girl. And she goes, she comes over to me. We get to the hotel, and she's like, they came and shot me at my house. They shot my kid and me. Like did they go and shoot your kids? Like she was being really nice and genuine, and I just went, no. Oh, and we both knew
you weren't going
what
on.
that meant. Yeah.
Oh,
we both knew, and we hadn't even performed yet.
Oh, it's just fixed.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying anything bad about the show. If I was a producer, I would. I'm not saying it's fixed. I'm saying as a producer, I've produced things. You're like, hey, listen, I need a little bit of this. I need a little bit of that.
Yep.
And then a little bit of this.
We need audience.
Yeah, and you need every. I mean, and so in that respect, I'd say everything's fixed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
Everything's
kind of like Uncle Clyde's contest at Flappers. Yeah.
I've heard of Uncle Clyde's contest.
Yeah, you have?
Yeah, because I'm on their goddamn email list.
Oh god,
I get like 5 emails a day from Flappers.
Why just hit it in the spam bucket?
Because there's part of me that's like, I'm going to get back to stand up someday, and I'm going to need to go over to Flappers.
No, man, you just go to like Comedy Store or something, you know?
Well, I'll be calling you, believe me.
Yeah.
What's Uncle Clyde's contest like?
No, it's just a joke, you know what I mean?
Oh, is it? It's not fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed. It's just like a contest.
Tell me how you get into the contest and how you win.
Well, you sign up, and then it's supposed to be audience.
Is it monthly or?
Yeah, it's supposed to be audience vote. So I filled the fucking place. I didn't even need to go on, and I would have won. And I didn't even placed.
You didn't place?
I didn't even place.
Who's Uncle Clyde?
That's just some name Flappers made up or something. I don't know, but it was just.
Who judges?
The owners, the Flappers. So they're not going to give somebody $500. You know, I think it's just whatever they can do to get around it. I know it's dirty, man. It's dirty to do that.
I don't understand who won.
Some guy won, and he came up to me. I was like, dude, I only had 2 people here, man. I feel bad, man. You filled the room and you had laughs, and I didn't even place first, second, or third. Like if it's people's vote, I didn't even need to go on, and I already won. I could have said I don't want to go on tonight, and I win because of the votes.
No. You have to go up and perform. Well, how was your set?
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
As good as anybody else's.
Oh, it was really good.
Good.
You know what I mean? Because I had this 7 minutes that I've been doing for a while that was rocking.
Did they give the 500 to the other person?
Who knows? One of the guys worked there that got second place. Yeah, and then the third place is just like French fries or something. But I don't know. It was just. I think they just thought I wouldn't be around.
Would have been nice. I mean, the French fries would have been nice.
Yeah. Food, anything. But, I don't think they thought I would be around. They're like, this guy ain't going to be around. Well, they were wrong.
So you have been back?
I haven't been back, no.
You want to play a song for me?
No, I don't have any guitars or anything here.
You don't even have a fucking guitar, and you were a musician for 20 years?
Yeah, but they're not here. Where
are they?
I got one guitar, and it's not here. And that's it, so I don't play music.
Man, you really
I'll give you one of my records.
All right. Yeah, you really just chopped it off. I can't believe you just chopped it. Because I get ideas for songs. I don't have any musical ability,
right?
But I do get ideas. I wake up, I go, ba-ba-ba-da-da.
Well, like I always tell people, like have you done anything 25 years straight?
Right.
You know what I mean? And they go, no. I go, have you done anything 5 years straight?
Yeah.
No, most people haven't. I go, do something for 25 years, and then tell me if you feel, you still want to do it.
So at that time you were doing the comedy, you were doing the music, you thought in the back of your mind, I'd love to give comedy a shot. You were thinking that? There's
periods in my life where comedy would hit, and I'd be like, man, I should be doing that. Like right now, I don't even feel like I should be doing comedy. As of today, man, I've just been having a bad 30 days. I had a couple.
I had that all the time.
I've had a couple really good shows this month, too.
Good.
That were mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But the rest is just like I'm trying new material, and I'm fucking dumping anything that I think's shitty, and I'm starting over. And I'm seeing guys pass me that aren't dumping shitty material. And it's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, I'd rather just maybe be where I'm at than be big doing. I don't want to do material that's horrible that people don't go, this guy's good.
What's a joke that works that you don't use anymore?
Okay, I used to have this one joke that killed. And it was like, I used to have shaved head. So I said, people, I talk about people are homophobic. And I go, people are racist too. And it's weird. I must look racist because they'll come and say the most racist shit right to my face. Like I was gassing up my motorcycle at a gas station. This truly happened. This guy came up and he goes, sweet bike. Watch out. There's a shitload of black people around here. Now, this guy doesn't know anything about me at all. And that's what he said to me. And he didn't say black people. He went full on.
Yeah.
He said the N-word, right?
Yeah.
Which blew my mind because I hang out with a lot of black people and I grew up in San Francisco, the Bay Area. Everything's, multicultural. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm just not from that. Which bummed me out because he figured I was just racist. Tattoos, bald, and a Harley. That's when I sold my Harley, by the way. I was like, I'm out of this thing. Anyway, so he comes up, he goes, sweet bike. Watch out. There's a shitload of black people around here. And I looked right at him and said, sweet, because I like sucking black dick. Because I figured if he's racist, he's definitely homophobic.
Yeah.
And the way I do it, I go, sweet, I like sucking black dick.
Right.
It got huge laughs.
Yeah.
But it was, it felt, cheap. You know what I mean? It's like, the problem is I'm on shows with like Bill Burr and Ian Edwards and
well, here's what I think about it. Not that it matters, but I think that area is great. That area is great.
Yeah.
Like that blew me away when you said that to me. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You got to stick with that. Maybe it's just the punch that you don't love.
Yeah, that's what I don't love. The rest of it's great.
So maybe come up with a different punch.
Yeah, it's I got to get
the rest of it is so good.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's something that
it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about it before.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense. Like, oh shit, yeah, people must look at you and think something else.
Yeah, because I also had a joke. The second part of it was funny because I had a shaved head for a while. And I said, there's skinheads around here. You don't see them, but when you have a shaved head, they come out of nowhere. A van just pulled up, and they're like, you new in town? Meetings are on Wednesday. It's like, who the fuck are you?
That's a good joke.
That's good shit, right?
Yeah.
But the black dick part was the huge laugh.
Yeah.
Huge. And I was like, it's kind of, I got to get Ian Edwards told me, he's like, man, that's cheap, dude. Get something good, man. So I haven't got something
Is that what Ian said?
Yeah. Ian's stuff's so smart.
I know Ian.
And Maron's stuff's smart. And
yeah, but
Bill
Ian's been doing it.
Yeah,
and that's all he's been doing. He hasn't been playing in bands.
I know, that's the problem. I haven't been able to be a 3-year man.
That's okay. You're doing great.
I know, but I'm saying for my the pressure on myself.
Right.
Like, oh God, I treat myself like I'm a 10-year man.
Yes. Well, that's good.
But I want to
hold yourself to a high level.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I love comedy. Man, I fucking love it. Like, if I see Bill Burr go on, like, I think he's going on tonight.
I love him, yeah. He's great.
Or Maron. Or CK or Ian. I'll go to the clubs as soon as I'm done to watch them.
Yeah. Oh, good. You're really into it.
Oh, I get it.
It's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Comedy.
It's great because, look, I got freedom. I don't got kids. I don't have a wife.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm into.
I'm thinking about all the time that you actually can fuck off, and you still have more time than me.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I'm glad I met you, dude.
I'm glad I met you, too. Thanks for having me.
Fucking awesome. Okay, so where can
I'm glad you do films and stuff, too. Maybe we'll do something.
Yeah, I got a great film idea. I'll tell you.
Okay.
As we turn this off, it's going to be my next one.
Okay.
I constantly have cool movie ideas that I like, but you need other guys to get on board with it because it's a lot of work. Wow.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
I've been doing it all myself.
Yeah, I know.
Me and this other guy, and it's so fucking intense. It's the most intense thing I've ever done because it's like you just move one little piece, and you're like, oh fuck, I have to fix that part, and then you work in sections.
On editing it.
It's awful.
That's the worst.
It's so hard.
Yeah, man.
I never knew. I was so naive.
I edited that Jacob Dylan thing, you know, and you're looking at it for hours. You move one piece, and then the flow's out.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, we had a great flow going here.
Yeah.
Wait, let's move this back. And then you move it back, and you go, this is a little long, though. And you know what I mean? And then it's just, you
I
know
don't know
what
how people do it.
It's like Lincoln Logs when you're a kid.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Or
it
the
is.
House
It
of
is.
Cards, you're stacking them, you
It
know,
is.
before it falls.
Yeah.
And you get sick of looking at it. You got to walk away.
Yeah, you come over and see you come look at it?
100%.
Yeah, I need another fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, where can we find you?
I'm on at JASON23 Nash, and that's it.
Twitter.
Yeah.
And you got a website? You do. I was there, right?
Yeah, I have a website. It's guyswithfeelings.com. I have a podcast that I do sporadically. And then the movie is Jason Nash is Married. It'll be out this year on Comedy Central.
And that's also Comedy Central has some of that stuff on their website.
Yeah, if you go to the Comedy Central website, you can see some of the other shorts I did. I did like a bunch of Jason Nash is Married shorts. I did a thing called The Shaman. Which is like
The Shaman.
A Jim Morrison
Jim
thing.
Morrison?
Yeah.
That's great. Because you live in Laurel Canyon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I studied a lot of Morrison for that.
Yeah.
I read all his books, and you know, it's funny. I talked to Moon's mom once about, you know, because she was around during that time when they were all coming up, and it's just funny to talk to her because you'll like ask her about Jim Morrison. She'd be like, he was a shithead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
She's like, he was a pain in the ass.
I mean, he's better off dead now. Can you imagine him alive right now?
Oh, yeah,
still?
yeah.
I went to his grave. You been there?
No.
Wow.
How is that?
It's pretty well. I went like in 2006. It was the first thing I did when I got to Paris.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm headed over there, man, because a huge Doors fan.
Yeah.
And you go through this graveyard that's just incredible, man. Like,
really,
just castle looking fucking tombstone. You know, like
pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like really old world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn this corner. And there it is, you know, the head statue, which I think somebody stole it recently or something. I'm not sure on that. My brain is fried. But there it was, and it had a rope when I was there. I went over the rope, of course, took a picture next to it.
You did?
Yeah, I was trying to find the fucking
Was it all graffitied? And
It
was it in
yeah,
bad shape, the area, or no?
Oh, no, because they got a guy that, like, cleans up around there and stuff. But as soon as you see it, you're like, wow. And then the second thing that hits you is, what happened? Same thing when I went to the spot where Kennedy was shot, and I went upstairs. Have you been there?
No.
You go there in Dallas. You can go
Sure.
You can go upstairs. And
The book suppository.
Yeah, as soon as you go up there, you go, oh no, that guy didn't shoot him.
Oh, really?
Immediately, because it's too far away, and it's hard shot. You know, there's no way with the shitty little $2 rifle that he could have shot him. When you see how far it is, as soon as I looked out the window, I was like, oh no, if you shot a gun before you got, there's no way. You know what I mean? There's just no way.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, in my eyes, and that's, you know, if you read this whole book, Behold a Pale Horse. The CIA guy will tell you in his eyes too. No.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, but I'm glad. That's interesting that you thought that.
I did. As soon as I was in the spot, I was like, they go, okay, he was standing right here. This is the window, and there's the grassy knoll. And you go, oh no.
Were you on like a tour?
Yeah, you can tour that thing.
Yeah.
It's great.
So people were telling you what happened
Yeah,
and
you
where
go
he
right
was.
to the spot, and they actually have like the rifle there, like a fake rifle, and like sandbags, and show you how he would have to creep around.
But go back to Morrison. You said the second thing you think is what happened.
Yeah, what happened? Because you know that whole thing of no one saw the body, and of course, I mean he's dead. Or
Well, wait, he died in the bathtub.
Well, he dies in the bathtub, and then they bury him before, you know, the band gets there or whatever. Like they fly out there or something, but they don't see the body, or people don't see the body or whatever happened.
But she saw it, right, Pam?
Yeah, right.
So you think he's alive? You think he's
No, I mean he's not alive. There's no one alive still. But in these days, it's like, you know, I mean, they found Bin Laden. You know,
Yeah.
They would find.
You think Tupac's alive?
Fuck no, man. That guy's dead. Yeah, that old McAleer. I'm just saying, people hold on to that. They like to hold on to that. That's cool, but come on, man. You got a guy that was that big, you find him.
Yeah.
But I still wonder what happened to those 3 guys that escaped Alcatraz. You know?
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Frank Morris and the other 2 dudes.
Yeah, I heard about
They
that.
never found their bodies. I always wonder about that.
Fucking shark food.
Yeah, I don't know. You know?
You toured Alcatraz?
Oh, many times. Wallflowers played there. It was one of the most spectacular nights ever there.
How does
They're
that
the first
work?
band to play. VH1 put on a show there with T-Mobile.
Yeah.
They filmed it. You can watch it on YouTube. But they played Alcatraz. It was spectacular.
So everybody takes the boat out there.
Yeah. We took a private boat out there and parked, and they had the fucking...
How did the fans get out there?
They went out on boats. T-Mobile hired
boat.
some boats, you know.
Really?
Brought them out. Yeah, it was a T-Mobile private party. It was unbelievable. And then VH1 filmed it for a concert.
And were you filming the doc then too?
I filmed some... No, I took pictures then. I wasn't filming yet. I just took a lot of photos.
What's the crux of the documentary about? About just how they
no one
rose
had
to success? Or?
No, it was just on one tour because no one had any footage of Jacob.
Yeah.
At all. And so I said, hey, you mind if I just buy a video camera and just start shooting? He's like, no, go for it, man. So it wasn't even going to be a documentary. I just put it together as like a thank you to the guys, you know, because they took me out for 10 months. And then people liked it. They're like, this is pretty cool, man. And then we maybe put it out. But, you know, it's...
Do you have people that come to your comedy shows and go, hey, man, I used to see you over at Canner's. What the fuck?
No.
No?
No. Maybe once in a while, guys will hit me on Twitter and stuff and be like, hey, I remember your band, you know?
Yeah.
But not really, because I never was big. I was just constant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still locally, I'm sure people knew you.
Yeah, well, people like San Fran is sold out. Punchline. Yeah, those people, fuck yeah.
Okay.
You know, like, you know, they'll be down there like, yeah, your band. You know? And then they'll say stuff like, how come you don't do any music comedy? Or how come you don't tell any rock stories? People want stories.
You got to tell rock stories.
They're hard. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I like to do a one-man show and tell stories. Like your show.
Take the ones... that show that I did, I'll tell you, the good thing about that show was my friend directed it. He was like, don't do anything that isn't already a proven stand-up bit.
Gotcha.
And so everything worked as stand-up alone.
And how...
so like I would try to tell this story. He'd like, no, cut it. He's like, it's not. It's not. It doesn't have laugh points.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I like about Ari Shaffir.
Yeah.
Or a guy Steve Simone, buddy of mine. They tell these stories, and as they're going, you're laughing. So if I could figure out how to do that, I'd probably be the best comic. A happy comic, because I've been telling stories about my life.
I guess just take the three funniest stories you can think of and
There's a great
start
story,
fleshing them.
Great story of Jacob and I meeting Prince, and it's on one of my
there
podcasts.
There you go. I will.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck. I want to tell that story. You know,
why don't you?
I guess got to figure out.
Do it tonight.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do it.
I mean, you know.
Also, I found that when I do like UCB or alt rooms, they get the cool music stuff.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm in this different comic. Like I was doing UCB and I was doing an Iron Maiden joke. I was saying when I was growing up, I thought Maiden was called Maiden Bitch. Because whenever it came on a bar, these guys would go, Maiden, bitch! So I went to the record store, and it's that cool guy working at the store, and I go, hey, you got Maiden, bitch? He's like, get out of here. I was like, what? I didn't know they were called Iron Maiden. And they got that. They were laughing like crazy. If I do that at like the Laugh Factory, they're like, oh, Drake. I like hip-hop, Kanye. And I'm like, I feel old, but I'm not old. I just feel it because I don't like shitty music.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is hard.
I never know how to approach that.
There you go.
But I think everybody can relate to Prince.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, so it's a good one.
You guys should do that.
There's a good Prince story, and there's a good Corey Feldman story.
Really?
That some people think are pretty epic. I just kind of got tired of telling it. Man, you know, where I prank called Corey Feldman once. My buddy was playing in a band with him.
Yeah.
And I found out they were playing at the Roxbury on Sunset. So I called down there as Axl Rose and told Corey I was going to come down and jam with him that night. And we were going to do Break On Through by the Doors. So he didn't believe it was me. So I went, yeah, break on through to the other side. Yeah. Then he got silent. And he was like, holy shit. I could hear him. It's him. Holy shit. Yeah, man, you got to come down. And then I just started singing to him like, I'll be there around 8. Oh,
You don't do that in stand-up?
No, I got to do it, man. I got to figure out how to do it. I did
Just
it
do it
once
tonight.
and it didn't work. Yeah, I will.
Just do it just like that.
Oh man, yeah, exactly, just like that. Yeah, short. They got to be short. I found I was doing them too long.
Uh-huh.
It's just like get to the point.
Get to the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing of stand-up. That's why I liked your show. It was like this one-man show. You were telling a story, but you were drifting off the story and coming back. That's like early CK, like,
Right.
not early, but 2006. He would tell one thing and then go way over here and then come back and you go, oh, yeah.
I wish I could do another one of those.
God, it was really good,
I wish I
dude.
could do another one.
It was inspiring, and I loved it, man. I really did
It's
love
more
it.
rewarding than
It's so cool. 'cause-
than film,
Yeah.
than TV. It's
really
much
cool.
more rewarding than shooting something.
The only thing I didn't like was the wireless mic, because I was like, oh, he's using the wireless mic.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I chose. That was a big decision that night.
Yeah.
Wireless mic. I didn't have a mic.
You did.
Oh, I had a wireless
Yeah,
mic.
wireless mic. Yeah, I always feel weird with the wireless mic, but that's just me.
Well, because
You're doing the audio, probably. You know what
that
I
was
mean?
a great. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing you picked up on, because you know what? I definitely labored over that
Yeah.
for like a long time. I was like, am I gonna, because in your mind you're like, you want it to be more than stand up,
Right.
but
Yeah.
the
Yep.
truth is, really nothing is better than stand up.
No.
So at the time, I was like, I wanted it to feel like a Leguizamo show or something like that, but it wasn't. It was, you do things and you look
Right.
back and you go, fuck, why did I do it like that?
Yeah,
And
whatever.
I just
It's-
did.
Yeah, that's how it is with records with me. I listen to the record, I go, wait, we were laboring over this for that. Fuck, who cares?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? You're like, you don't even remember what you didn't like about it. You're like, what? They remember you didn't like this bridge here, and I was like, yeah, it's fine.
That's how I feel about my film. I'm like, I just gotta fucking get it out.
Yeah, it's like,
done.
fuck it, get it out and move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Because I find the more stuff you have out is better than not putting something out.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. And my editor is like, no, we can, he's great. He's like, we can reshoot this with the red and camera. We get the dolly in with the lights. I'm like, no, it's done. It's fine. It's done. No one cares.
Reshoot the needle in the eye. It's like,
All right. Well, Dean, thank you.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Good times.
What do you got coming up?
That's it, man. The movie, Twitter. That's it. I'll be back doing stand up hopefully soon. We'll see.
I hope so. Great to see you, and I'm glad I got a new friend. I'll hang out with you, and we'll fucking dick off.
All right,
there you go, man. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, come on, leave some reviews on iTunes there, and subscribe, man. Thanks for listening, guys. See you later.